What's up, dudes and dudes to the internet? My name's Scythe and we are back again for some more Diablo 3 blah, in Act 3. Hi, how y'all doing? Hope you're doing fantastically wonderful today, folks. Hope this video makes your day even better. Man alive, we still haven't found a better crown over our stupid Leoric hat. See these weird tongue enemies? Fun fact. Way back in the day, when this game first came out, this area, not necessarily this part of the map, it was actually a different part, but there was someone who was doing live streams, and he was actually, I think he was the top hardcore player in the world at the time, which of course now there's just people that put that to shame, but he ended up actually getting killed by one of those tongue enemies, because they can potentially end up being very difficult. Because they get all up in your face, or they pull you all up into their face, and especially when there's a big group of enemies. Either way, I just remember watching it and just thinking like, dude, that sucks, because hardcore characters are something I don't understand. Either way, before we get started, folks, I would very much appreciate if you would smack that like button for me. Helps me out very much, and thank you so much if you do. Oh my goodness, those tongue enemies also really remind me of the tonguey characters from Resident Evil. Do they not? We have to get our arcane orb out of town. Let's swap that out for, let's use the Hydra, the fire one. Just because it's another nice passive ability that we can end up using in the middle of combat. There we go, that's what I was looking for. Hopefully this is the right way, because otherwise that's the thing about this zone, is it can end up potentially taking a very long time to complete this area if we don't end up generating the right path, right? Which it looks like we may have gotten lucky. Now, this area also really reminds me of one of the zones from Diablo 2. Right before the Act 1 boss, okay, that's gonna be bad. Right before the Act 1 boss, actually, there was a kind of dungeon very similar to this, which was also supposed to be a reference to the crypts in Diablo 1, which, if you haven't played those games, they're fantastic. Seriously, you can't go wrong with them. Very different and not as accessible as Diablo 3. That's pretty much what this game ended up doing, was making the whole Diablo type of game and Diablo franchise ended up becoming very accessible and very kind of a more casual approach to a very hardcore type of game. Now, don't let that fool you into thinking that this game is like some type of a pushover game, because no, it can end up being very insane later on. But whether or not we'll end up getting to do any of that stuff in the series, I don't know. Time will tell. We'll have to see what ends up happening. Alright, arcane power it is. I don't care. It's always good to end up doing this anyways, right? Let's keep warping around. Boo! I don't even know how we accidentally killed that one enemy. Like, really, what was that? I knew that we were coming out of our arcane. I know that there is a little bit of a indicator that shows up right down here by our hotbar, but that's okay. I don't usually look at that stuff. Oh, don't tell me we generated a dead end. Please, no. There is no way that this is a dead end, dude. Not after everything we've gone through. Oh, speaking of weird tongue enemy, that right there. That's what ended up killing him. It won't kill me. Granted, we're not on hardcore, and you know, we're fighting on pretty much easy mode, but whatever, that's okay. When I commentate, you know, your ability kind of goes a lot, like, really down. So, yeah, that's my excuse for being on the easier mode. Plus, it's just fun, you know? Like, the higher difficulty is definitely funner when I'm not commentating, but when I'm doing a Let's Play, I just kind of like relaxing, having a good time, and that includes killing everything. Really easily. No, I want to get in there. There we go. That's what I wanted to do. I wanted to get all up in his face so that we could destroy him. Ah, dead. Did we end up getting anything that was worthwhile for once? There's not any experience on that. It's a better belt overall, but who cares? Helmet? More experience on the helmet? Gives us a little bit more damage. Not much, though. I'm surprised that nothing is actually topping our Leoric's crown. I mean, in terms of defense, yes. That's what I was looking for. That's what I was talking about. So we can swap that out. I guess we don't really need to do that right now. That's going to be a lot more experience. And then we'll have to take the gem out of our Leoric's crown and swap it off into this one right now. Speaking of which, I knew it. I knew we were going to get rid of the crown eventually. I kind of had a feeling we were going to get rid of it like sometime around now as well. The only reason that we were even using it was just because of the raw experience that we're getting. And granted, like that's the thing, I've talked about that before as well. You can actually max out your level in this game very, very easily, especially if you've got, like, if you're playing with friends. Because not only do you travel through the game like so much faster with everybody killing everything, also if you end up getting a bunch of people that are more powerful, leeching can become a thing very, very easily. Let's actually warp back to town right now. But when we're playing it solo like this, yeah, it can be pretty slow, folks. So let's see, where is the remove gem? There we go, that's 75k. Well, that's worth it. Well worth it, it really is. Let's store the Leoric's crown just for now and plop the gem on there. So now we're getting tons more experience. I guess we don't technically need to... Whoops. Almost took my town portal, that would have been bad. Technically, we don't need to sell anything is what I was going to say. I think it was on this second level here, which is kind of where it introduces new types of enemies and stuff like that. Oh, beautiful. That was funny. Those guys all just exploded. Let's do it again. No, it's not going to. I still like that fire hydra. He's cool, albeit he doesn't really look that much different than the normal normal hydra, because the normal hydra is already on fire, right? Maybe he's different. I don't know. Great. Well, now we ended up generating. Take that, table. Now we generated the wrong way, but at least we can. Let's arcane it up, just so that we can start warping. And hopefully, get out of the way, doorway. I didn't even notice that it was there. Oh, those little exploding freaks. Yeah, that's right. I remember them. I know that there's that resource right there, which I guess we will end up getting anyways, because, oops, we ended up getting unlucky. And coming up to a dead end is what I meant to say. Paddle wheels. Oh, yes. There was actually... Paddle wheels are oddly, just in general, paddle wheels, this is a weird story, but whatever, gonna break a little bit of the in-game commentating style. So there was, back where I used to live, I moved out of my first city that I've ever been to, and I'm not gonna tell you because I don't want people to, you know, track me down and get all that information and stuff, which a lot of my really old subscribers will actually know where I used to live, because I did talk about it publicly once before. But either way, there actually used to be a restaurant that was called the Paddle Wheel that I ended up going to as a kid, and eventually it ended up shutting down. You know, it was just the Bay. Which is, I don't know if they got that in other countries, but it's in Canada. It's been in a lot of different buildings. Usually in a mall, they'll end up having it. But either way, there was one that ended up actually having a paddle wheel, and that's the end of my useless story. So because of that, now I just have some nostalgic effect when I look at a paddle wheel. So yeah, there you go. There's a little bit of my life. Is that these enemies that are laughing? Or did I hear a treasure gobbles? I think that's just those guys. Ooh. That's a lot of badness, which is always good to destroy, because more XP means more iron in my blood. Ooh. I can't see, but it looks beautiful. What I can see. Oh, so bright. It's like a nightlight. Hello, you. You're beautiful just hanging out in that alleyway. It's like, dude, you wanna come and hang out with me? Well, bring it on. Okay, come over here, like seriously. I wish we had the barbarian's ability to pull all the enemies in. He kind of has a little bit of a vortex, where you can pull everybody all up close and personal. Nope, nope, nope. Stupid weird things. This looks like the right way, I hope. Oh, we got them generated with walls. That's actually one of the worst abilities. It's not gonna be tough for us. But that's one of the worst abilities when you're in like the harder modes, because they put that thing up, and if you don't have your teleport or anything ready to get out of there, that's it. You just get cornered, you know? Cool abilities, though. I love it. Is this the right way? Yeah, perfect. Skype call. End the call. Nice. All right. Level 3. This might have actually been the floor where the guy on hardcore ended up dead. I don't know. I don't remember. 2 champion mobs. Okay. Well, that's 1 down. Oh, never mind. It just generated, like, with 16 of them. That's all. He just had, like, extra companions. Okay. Never mind. I hear treasure gobbles. I hear treasure gobbles. I want to be careful. Yeah, I see him up there. I see him up there. I can see his, abilities. Well, not necessarily seeing him loaded in yet. Death to the treasure gobbles. There we go. Give me all that junk. Which we can still end up using a lot of this to kind of forge up our gems a little bit later on. Not necessarily gonna do that because we don't really need to, because we're just kind of playing through, I think we're on hard mode, right? Yeah, we're just kind of playing through hard. That's kind of the whole point of the series right now. We could actually bump it up to elite, but that's okay, you know. Which I'm actually really excited to see that new ability. Because once you end up getting the expansion, there's actually an ability, because normally the max level, like right now the max level for me is level 60, but as you end up getting the expansion, the max level, ends up bumping up to level 70, and at level 61, there's actually that black hole ability for the mage. All the characters actually have a new ability at level 61, so may end up, like, that'll be cool for me. Personally, just because we'll kind of, like, I'll kind of get to experience all of that. And then, of course, even in the vanilla game. Too much Minecraft, man. But yeah, you know, we can still end up getting Paragon levels, which are levels after levels, which just overall don't end up unlocking new abilities or anything like that. Their purpose is just to give us more stats. Okay, I'm down for this. Good, at least they're all melee. So that means they had to get all up close and personal and die. Oh boy. I love this game, man. Like, I really do. I've been having a blast, and I know I say this often, but I really hope that you're all enjoying this series. I've been seeing lots of people that I know, lots of people on my friends list and stuff like that. Great, they've got fear. But lots of people have actually been buying Diablo that didn't initially, like, know how cool this game was. So I'm really happy about that, you know, because that's kind of what I wanted to happen. Was I thought, you know, there's, you know, a lot of you are younger on the channel, so you may have missed this game when it ended up coming around, and because of that, I'm very excited and happy that a lot of you have been experiencing it. Oh yes! So we're gonna end today on a boss fight, folks. This is a guy that I oddly thought was in Act 2 because of the sewer area. So yeah, this guy's gross. His stomach is a mouth. Hopefully we'll be able to take him, because he deals with lots and lots of poison damage. But, okay, yeah, he's gonna be no problem. Let's just use Arcane and wreck him. Get destroyed, you ugly freak. He's kind of a mini boss, not necessarily a big guy. But yeah, when you end up killing him, he kind of farts, and it's just, yeah. He's cool, though. I like that guy. He's a neat creature. Very weird, very gross. But, I like it. Get out of here! Stupid Skype call with the idiot. So now, let's actually go through most of... So we got a better ring for our secondary yellow ring anyways. That's got experience, but it's not as good. This is pretty good experience. That's two-handed though, so that's definitely not worth it. What about for armor? Did we finally end up getting something that has experience? No. That one's got experiences. Not as much as that legendary one. That one's actually got a lot on it. I'm surprised. Nope. Nope. What about this? Nope. I mean, we're getting lots of good equipment in general, and these we already went through. But, whoops, I should repair as well. But we're not finding stuff that has X points, and that's what I'm all about. That's what I want. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, yeah, that's right. So we gotta go down here. We will probably call the episode just because we're not gonna end up running into anything as epic as that big, beautiful boss fight. But we got a couple more things that we're gonna run just before we end up doing it. The whole thing that's going on right now is the Soul Stone's like, oh, you know, what's going on? It's kind of evil and plot twist about stuff going on. And, well, if you want the story, you can experience it for yourselves. I mean, we're kind of progressing, and I'll talk about things as they become relevant in the story, rather than doing just spoilers right off the hop. But yeah, the story in this game is not really, it's not really what this game's known for, folks. That's all I'll say. So either way, we will call it here. So thank you all so much for watching. Very much appreciate it. Hope you enjoyed. Sayonara and stay epic.